Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to dive into clearly one of the most popular destinations for our viewers, Guatemala. If you're thinking about moving to Guatemala, one of the first questions you'll ask is, how do I actually stay long term? You'll also ask, do I need a residency visa? Can I apply inside the country or do I need to go back home? And how much does it cost? Today I'll walk you through everything you need to know about residency in Guatemala, step by step. By the end, you'll know exactly how the process works in 2025 and whether it's the right option for you. But before we get into it, subscribe for more informational videos on Guatemala and expat travel. And stick around to the end because I'll also share some insider tips from other expats who've gone through this process. All right, let's break down one of the first big questions expats ask when considering Guatemala. How do I actually stay here legally? So first up, we'll talk about the tourist visa. Most people coming from the US, Canada, and Europe are granted 90 days on arrival. The nice thing is you can extend that for another 90 days, giving you about 6 months total. Take Mike and Sarah from Colorado. They originally came for just 3 months to explore Lake Atitlan. But they loved the lifestyle so much they extended their tourist visa and ended up renting a little house overlooking the lake. That 6 months gave them the space to really decide if Guatemala could be home. If you're just testing the waters and not ready for a big leap, does this sound like your style? Drop a comment below. Would you use that 6-month window to explore, or do you already know you'd stay longer? Now, if you want more than just an extended vacation, the next step is temporary residency. This gives you 2 years of legal stay and you can renew it. I met Jen, an expat in Antigua, who was running an online business. She didn't want to deal with border runs every few months. By switching to temporary residency, she got stability, plus she could open a local bank account and start to put down roots. If you're a digital nomad or remote worker, this might be the path that makes sense for you. Let me know in the comments if you take the Jen approach, stability over short-term hopping. After that, there's permanent residency. Normally, this comes after 5 years of temporary residency, but there are shortcuts. For example, I know a Canadian man who married a Guatemalan woman, and he was able to secure permanent residency in just a couple of years. Others qualify faster through professional or investment ties, like bringing a business to Guatemala. So here's a question for you. If you were looking to make Guatemala your forever home, what route do you think would fit you best? Would it be marriage, business, or the other long game with 5 years of temporary residency? And then there's the retirement residency, which is really popular with North Americans and Europeans. To qualify, you need to show a steady pension or income of around $1,000 per month. I met Richard, a retiree from Florida, who had his Social Security plus a small pension. He easily qualified and settled near the coast, where he says the slower pace and warm weather feel like paradise. If you're retired or planning for retirement, could you picture yourself like Richard? Living simply, but with a beautiful quality of life on just $1,000 a month. Tell me in the comments below. So, whether you're here short-term, like Mike and Sarah, building an online business like Jen, going all in like my Canadian friend, or retiring like Richard, Guatemala offers a clear pathway at every stage. And that's one of the reasons this country is becoming such a magnet for expats. By the way, this video is part of my new Guatemala playlist. So when you're done here, stick around because the next video dives into the cost of living in Guatemala. You don't want to miss it if you're seriously considering the move. Now let's discuss the application process. Many people ask, do I need to apply from my home country? The answer is, in Guatemala, you can begin and complete much of the residency process inside Guatemala, though requirements change depending on your nationality. Common documents that you will need include birth certificate, apostilled, police background check, also apostilled. An apostilled document is a public document with an appended certificate known as an apostille that authenticates its signature, seal, and the capacity of the official who signed it for use in another country that is a member of the Hague Apostille Convention. This certificate simplifies international document recognition, eliminating the need for further legalization by an embassy or consulate. Additionally, you'll need a passport copy, proof of income or pension, and passport photos. And many ask, do you need a lawyer? Technically, you can do it alone, but most expats hire an immigration lawyer because paperwork must be in Spanish, and documents need proper translations and notarization. And of course, lawyers know the local bureaucracy. And of course, there are costs. Application fees can run around $300 to $600, and lawyer fees can run $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the case. You can anticipate a timeline of 6 months to a year depending on paperwork delays. Pro tip, bring extra notarized, apostilled copies of everything before leaving your home country. That will save you headaches later. And now let's discuss a few common mistakes expats make. Arriving without apostilled documents, not budgeting for legal fees, and assuming your tourist visa equates to easy residency. It doesn't. Not renewing in time, which results in fines. Conclusion. Let's recap. We discussed residency options, documents needed, lawyers versus do-it-yourself, costs, and timeline. Now I want to hear from you. Are you planning to apply for residency in Guatemala or just stay on tourist extensions? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Share this video with your family and friends who may be considering making a move to Guatemala. If you like this video, you will love our videos on cost of living in Guatemala 2025 and retiring in Antigua and Barbuda, a paradise exploration. You'll see how far your money really goes. And don't forget to subscribe for the full Guatemala Expat playlist. Looking forward to seeing you in Guatemala in my next video.